Look, then they got a new kicker.
Yeah.
They got them a new kicker.
But it's a good exercise for everybody.
Oh yeah, he was like Martin Anderson. Him and Martin Anderson was back there a long time ago.
Well, he was talking today on the radio, and
We
he
have
was
a
talking
quorum
about
tonight.
when he was 9 in 1994. He went to the World Cup and the Rose Bowl with his parents, and I started doing the math. I thought, this is the guy we just got. He's got to be 40.
But he good though.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a good reputation.
He got a good reputation.
We'll see. I don't know. The defense is going to be the determining factor. I think we're solid enough on the offensive line.
You ain't got Matthews there no more. He gone. Jake Matthews gone.
This is over. I'll
We've got
move over
we've
there.
got a good run game. We've got some good skill people, and we've improved our receiver room.
But the other guy holding out. What's it? The tight end, he holding out.
Oh, is he? No. Not pick.
The other guy, he holding out.
I thought they franchised him. Did they not franchise him?
Not him, the other one.
Oh, the other one.
But they said don't sleep on them. They said don't sleep on them.
Yeah.
Them Saints. Don't sleep on them Saints. Hey,
Hello. How are you?
message.
Let me check. I got some questions. Let's see. What's happening for the chamber? A chamber trip or something? Huh? When is that? Does that come out of my budget? Hey, how you doing? Good. You look nice. Where you been today? Are you just decided you're gonna get dressed today?
I'm trying to fight my hair. We working trying to get.
It looks good. Oh, you should. Is the color? That looks good though.
Oh, thank you. Trying to let the gray come in.
Oh, you want to let your gray come in?
I think so. Right now, it's my grandma is mixing with the.
Oh, really? Okay, Grandma.
My baby said he was so sweet.
You know I'm my granny's favorite, so
Oh, right.
I am.
Aren't we all?
I know it, right?
No, I'm the true favorite.
Uh-oh.
I was while they were still alive.
Does everyone know you're the favorite?
They do.
They do? Okay.
It's terrible.
It's hard to hide that one.
Yeah, they know.
Yeah, hopefully.
Listen, 80. My grandfather was 90. My grandfather. No, but my grandfather was 90, and we was living in his head.
About. Oh yeah, I'm trying to keep her focused and not expand her scope. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know she was concerned. I was like, you need to be concerned about this other stuff. Don't be concerned about that. Hello, how are you? So yeah, I'm trying not to, purposely not to expand her scope. She says she's like, I think I can do most things all by myself now. And I'm like, she thinks she can do the entire bank statement already. She's not happy about it. She was on a big one. She wants to run it all through AI. Yeah. Yeah. So she can do Go AI, but I still don't think it's gonna work. Yeah. Because it's basically matching transactions, and Excel will match already. And so many transactions have the same amount. You know, look at dates. Yeah. So, yeah. But No, that might, yeah. Now, that might can do it. It might can do it. I mean, if you put Word documents and Excel documents on there, and org charts, and just say make it look good. Yeah.
Love that.
Right, Mayor Pro Tem?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but everybody loves it. I hope so. Oh, yeah.
We'll call to order the City of Douglasville's public hearing for tonight, which is Monday, August the 3rd, 2026. And I'll turn, as we call this meeting to order, I'll turn it over to the Finance Committee Chairperson, Councilmember Chris Watts.
Thank you, Madam Mayor.
You're
We
welcome.
have just one item tonight, to hold a public hearing to consider the proposed 2026 ad valorem tax millage rate for maintenance and operations. And Ms. Callen will handle this.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My name is Karen Callen. I'm Assistant City Manager and Chief Financial Officer here at the City of Douglasville. And this is our third and final public hearing for the annual millage rate adoption. And we have a brief presentation that answers some of the frequently asked questions that we get each year surrounding the millage rate. First of all, what is the difference between the M&O rate and the bond millage rate? M&O stands for maintenance and operations. Bond is the rate applied to generate enough revenue to pay our debt service. And those together, the M&O plus the bond millage rate, are applied to your valuation for taxes due. And the bond rate this year is decreasing. What is the difference between the tax assessor's office and the tax commissioner's office? The Douglas County Tax Assessor's Office is the entity that values your property each year. And the tax commissioner's office is the office that bills and collects your taxes each year. The City of Douglasville does not provide valuations for your property. The millage rate history for maintenance and operations this year, we are proposing in 2026 to keep the millage rate the same at 8.749. Why do we have to advertise for a tax increase if we're keeping the millage rate the same? It's because of state regulations, because we are not rolling back the millage rate. If your valuation is higher, you will pay more taxes. If your valuation is lower, you will pay less taxes. The bond millage rate this year is decreasing by 30%, and that is because we have our assessments are higher and it generates enough revenue to pay the debt service with a lower millage rate. The total rate, bond plus your M&O rate, is a 4.86% decrease, 10.036 to 9.649. Again, why is the city advertising a tax increase when the total rate is decreasing? And that is due to state regulations. The city is not required to advertise for bond millage rate decreases because your bonds were approved through voter referendum. An example of house with a value of $350,000 that stays the same, your taxes due will not change. With the bond millage rate portion, if your assessment is the same at $350,000, you'll be paying $54.18 less than the prior year. What is driving the reassessed property is commercial personal property, and that is movable property. That increased 101% this year. The source of revenue generated from property taxes, 80% of that is our base year digest. We have 13% new growth, and 7% is due from reassessed property. The reason we are maintaining the millage rate is inflationary costs to provide services continue to place upward pressure on operating budget. This positions the city to adapt effectively to future legislative changes. This provides tax rate stability and provides tax relief for lowering the bond millage rate. Again, this is our third public hearing, and following this public hearing at 5:30, we'll have a special call meeting to adopt the millage rate. And at this time, we will take public comments.
Thank you, Ms. Cowan. Any comments from Madam Mayor?
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman. Thank you to our CFO and Assistant City Manager, Ms. Callan. I just want to bring a couple of things forward. I had some questions last week. Someone emailed me, then I saw someone at Kroger, and then someone called me about, you were saying something about the tax commissioner and the assessors. And so if they had a concern with their assessment, they had until the 31st to apply for an appeal, and the assessor makes the call, but I guess they can set the meeting up. That's what that 31st date was. And then if their assessment for their property was raised, it may raise their mortgage. Is that right? Is what the lady was telling me.
If you pay your property taxes through your escrow and your property value is assessed higher, yes, it could possibly raise your mortgage rate.
Okay.
Yes.
Will it be significant? For her, she said it was significant. I don't know.
Well, the city's portion will be, on average, across the board, about a 7% increase. But it depends on what the Douglas County decides. They are still looking at, they just started their public hearing process, but they announced in the paper that they plan on keeping their millage rate the same as well. I know the Board of Education did roll back their millage rate some. So, so all those factors will go into how much property taxes they'll pay.
Okay, so if the escrow, when she said it was like a significant increase, it's probably, I guess, from the last time, because she's paid city and county tax. So she'll pay the city portion, which might be a 7% increase, and then the county, whatever they decide. Correct. But the school system will roll back. And she did say something to me about the school system also. She didn't have any children. And so I said, well, you can be exempt once you turn 62?
Yes, 62.
Okay.
And no more school board taxes. Yes, ma'am.
So that's just for FYI for someone else. And I called and I did say, I talked to the tax commissioner, and that's why I knew it was the 31st was when she needed to fill out the appeal.
Yes.
So hopefully she got that in by Friday. I think Friday was the day. Okay.
Yep. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Any other questions or comments? I just would like to thank Ms. Cowan and the Finance Department for all y'all's hard work and turning in a budget that I think was very reasonable, and we appreciate y'all's efforts. If there's no other questions or comments, we'll have our public hearing. I almost was going to skip right over that. At this time, we'll call a public hearing to order, and if you are here and you would like to speak for or against this this item, you may come down to the microphone on my right, on your left, and speak your piece. If anyone would like to come forward, you can come forward at this time. And since we have no one coming forward, I would like to call to adjourn from the public hearing. And Madam Mayor, that's all we had tonight under Finance.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chairman, and thank you to our staff and our CFO, Assistant City Manager, Ms. Callan. So we've had the public hearing. If we don't have any other business to come before us this evening from council? Any from staff or city manager? Thank you. not having any other business, then this meeting will be adjourned until we have our 5:30 meeting, which will be the city council special call meeting at 5:30 to take care of this millage rate as well. So not having any other business, this meeting is adjourned.
Before everyone scatters,